Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. My dear students, welcome to your 11th class for your speaking skills course. And today we're going to discuss a very interesting and beneficial topic. It's called most frequent prefixes and suffixes. And I guess that you're familiar a little bit, hopefully you're familiar with the prefixes and suffixes. The prefixes, today we will discuss the prefixes definition and the common prefixes we use in English, and also the suffixes. What are prefixes? Prefixes are first syllables like non and re that have their own meaning. The prefixes, when you combine prefixes with words, you're actually creating a new meanings. If you look, for example, at the first example right here, preview, preview. The root word is a view, and the prefix is pre. So pre means first, or sometimes it means before. So when you add pre to view, you're actually creating a new word and a new meaning. What you should know that prefixes have their own meaning. Each prefix has a specific meaning. If you look also to the second example, superstar. Superstar. Super is a prefix and the root word is star. So both together they create a new words with a new meaning. Superstar means it means top player. So as you can see, prefixes are a group of letters that we add at the beginning of each word, and by this we actually creating a new meanings and new words. So from the beginning, why do we learn this? Why do we learn the prefixes and suffixes? What is the benefit that we can get from this lesson to improve our speaking comprehension, speaking skills? We learn prefixes and suffixes for purposes of improving our speaking skills. In the blackboard, I want you to share with me the reasons and the purposes and the goals of learning prefixes and suffixes, and how can they improve and develop your speaking skill. So after we've discussed the short definition for a prefix, let us ask the same question: why do we learn prefixes? Prefixes add meaning to thousands of words. That means when you learn prefixes or a few prefixes, you will open up the meaning of thousands of words. Thousands of words. Here, since we know now why do we learn it, at least for my opinion, let us start discussing the meaning and give some examples for most common prefixes in English. The first one is anti. Anti means against. When we say anti-war, or for example, anti-fast food, it means you're against them. You're not supporting them. Also, we have D. When we add a D to a word, it gives the opposite meaning. It gives the opposite meaning, like the word destroy. This is also means not. Here we have example, very simple one. When we say agree, I agree with you, I agree with you, and I disagree, which means I don't agree with you. So I disagree. So this gives the opposite meaning of agree. N and M give the meaning of codes too, like encode, embrace. For, it means before, like forecast, like the word forecast. N and M, it means intake. It means, in. Examples like intake, implant. Enter means between, like interaction, to interact, act, and then we have enter. So these are some of the common prefixes in English, and we will also take some others, but let us now do the following exercise. I want you to match now the prefix with its meaning. So let us see the first one, anti. Do you remember the word anti? War. Anti means against war. It is C. D. D means like the word decode. Decode. It takes G. Dis, like disagree. Disagree. And here it goes with F. N or M, like encode, like the word encode or embrace. It means goes to. For, it means before, like forecast. And for, it means A. N or M, like the word impossible, or sometimes you can say intake. In this case, N, it means N, and in this case it means impossible or cannot be done. Enter, 7. So here it takes D, and in 7 the enter, it takes A, like interact, to interact with the student. Okay? Let us take another list of common phrases. The first one is mid. Mid means middle, and we say midway or midnight. Miss means wrongly, like mistake. Take, we add miss to take, and it becomes to do something wrong. Or maybe, like the word understanding, Okay, if we just say understanding, if we add miss to understanding, it becomes misunderstanding. Okay, misunderstanding. So it means that you understand someone or something wrongly. None, it means not. Since, it means something logical, rational. None, it makes the opposite meaning. So when you say nonsense, oh, this class is nonsense, or this point is nonsense. Nonsense, it means irrational, not understandable. It's illogical, maybe. Over, it means above or over. So we say overlook. Pre, as we have seen in the first few slides, pre means before, like the word preview. أو مثلا حكينا prehistory، أو نحكي pre-war ما قبل الحرب، prehistory ما قبل التاريخ. Re, it gives the meaning of again. So we say return، أو مثلا rewrite، أو reread، review، replay. Okay, and the last one here is semi, and semi gives the meaning of half, like semicircle منتصف الدائرة، semicircle أو semisphere. Okay, اللي هي منتصف الأرض، منتصف سطح الأرض. So let us do the example, this exercise, sorry. What does mid mean? Mid, it means middle, or maybe center. So as the word midway, midway. Miss, we said miss, it means something wrong, like mistake. None means not, like nonsense. Over, it means above, and it means, one example for it is overlook. Pre, it means before. One word is that prehistory. Re, it means again. Replay. Semi, it means half, like the word semicolon, or maybe semi-center. Okay? And here we have another list of prefixes. Let us start with the first one. Sub, it means under, like submarine or subway. Under, way. Super, it means above or top. Top, okay, like superstar. Trans, it gives the meaning of a transmission or a cross. So we say transport, transmission. Okay? Transmission. Like انتقالي. Okay? Transport. On, it gives the meaning of negativity. Not. We have the word friendly, latif. Unfriendly, it means the opposite. For example, kind and unkind. So an gives the meaning of a position. Under, it means under, below, like under sea. The following prefixes in, m, l, and r, they are all giving the negative meaning. They mean not. For example, we have the word injustice. Justice, al-adala. Injustice, al-dhulm. Possible and impossible. Literate, illiterate. Al-ummiyya. Literate means al-muta'allim, and illiterate al-ummi. Religious, irreligious. Let us now do the following exercise. Do you know these common prefixes? Let us now match between this prefix as well as the meaning of each prefix. Sub, like the word subway. And we said subway means below. Subway. Super, it means top or above, like superstar. Trans, it means across. We have transition. On, it means not, like unkind. Under, it means below, like undersea. In, L, and R, they are all giving the meaning of negativity. Then they mean D, not. We say irreligious, illogical. And then we have also injustice. So by here we have covered the most common prefixes in English languages. In English language. So let us now move to the other part of this class, which is called the suffixes. What are suffixes? If the prefixes are letters of the groups that we put at the beginning of each word, then suffixes are a group of letters that we put at the end of the word. So it is the last syllable, like ed or ly or y, that also they have their own meaning. Suffixes combine with words to create also new meanings, like the prefixes. For example, if you look at number 1 right here, we have turn, and turn is simple present. When you add the suffix ed to the simple present, you're actually making it like this, turned. And here, this is the past form for the verb turn. If you look also at the second example here, quickly. Quick is an adjective. It is an adjective. When you add ly, the suffix ly, you're changing quickly or quick from an adjective function into adverb. So quick, quickly. So the adverb is always give us information about how it turned. Okay? So we say it turned quickly. It turned quickly. Why do we learn suffixes? The same reasons that we have discussed regarding why do we study prefixes, we are having the same reasons right here. We actually add meanings of thousands of words to our memoir, to our vocabulary storage. Okay? Let us start discussing the meaning of some of the most common suffixes in English. Let us start with the first one, able and able. They are having the same meaning. Can be done, like the first The root verb right here is do. And if you want to say that this can be done, then you should add doable. Doable. Okay? Doable. For example, write. You say something can be written, you should say writable. Writable, right? Readable, and so on. Also, we have al and al. They are having also the same meaning, like they mean has a property of, or maybe you can say having. Like the word personal. Person, shakhsi, personal, or sorry, person, shakhs, personal, shakhsi. We've already discussed this one, where we add ed. Whenever we add ed to some of the verbs, then you change it to past verb. The suffix en means made of. For example, this pen, okay, for example, is made of gold, let us say. So you should say, this is a golden pen. So in, it means that this object is made of gold. Also we have wooden. Wood, wooden. Number 5, er is used for comparative, and we have discussed in the last few classes the comparative and the superlative. With the comparative, we add the suffix er to say that something is more. Er here, it means more. High, higher. Tall, taller. Or it means literally more tall. Er is also used to say about one who, about a person who. For example, do, doer. Who is the doer? Act معناها يمثل. Actor ممثل. Finally, we have here the est, and it's used for superlative form of an adjective, and we have already discussed this in the last few classes. Est, like good, best. Okay, good, the superlative form of good is best, and big, biggest. Let us move and do the following exercise. Able, it gives the meaning of can, like capable. Al, it means having or personal. Ed, it is the past, something to tell about the past. En, it means made of, like golden. Er, the one who, like player, football player, the person who play football. Er, the sixth one, is also means so the first one means one who, and the second er, it takes the comparative form, like high, higher. And the last one, est, superlative, it's used to make something, to say something is the most. Okay? Like the word the best, the biggest, the tallest, and so on. Here we have also more common suffixes, like the word full of. We have careful, joyful, it means full of joy. Also we have the ik, like having. Linguistics, linguistic. The ing is used to tell something about the present participle. مثل I am standing now on my feet. I am explaining the most common suffixes. So you're talking about right now. The shin is also used to say something, to change a meaning into action or process, like the word action. Beautify, beautification, which means the process of beautify. So the words that usually ends with full, they are adjective. The words that usually end in IC, they are also adjectives. The words that usually end in ing, they are either present participle or gerunds. The shins, words ends with the shins, are noun. T also, they are noun. With the TIV, they are usually adjective. Less, it's also adjective. If we go back a little bit and try to explain each one. Let us, for example, go back to the suffixes like able or able. The words ends with able, they are usually adjective. Also with the adjective. With the ed, either simple past or past participle. The en, they are usually adjectives or verbs. Okay? The er, they are usually adjectives. And the second er is verb. And the est is usually adjective or adverb. And the same here, it's either adjective or adverb. So I hope that you got here the main idea. So you need to understand the function, the meaning of each syllable and the function of each syllable. When I say function, it means like this. Able, when you say, for example, a word like writable, do you think writable is an adjective, noun, or verb? It is an adjective. If you, for example, seen a word like personal, personal is an adjective. Turned is a past form. Golden is an adjective. Higher is an adjective. Actor is a noun. Biggest is an adjective. Also right here, careful and joyful, they are adjectives. Linguistic is adjective. Running, it is either present participle or gerund. And gerund function, by the way, gerund is functioning as a noun, and we have talked about it. Action, the word ends with the suffix shin, is noun. Sanity and infinity, they are all nouns. Motive and votive and whatever and expensive, they are all adjectives. And less is used also is used as an adjective. Okay, fearless and careless. So please try to understand not only the meaning of these suffixes but also the functions of each suffix, because it's very important to differentiate between these suffixes and their functions, not only their meanings but also their functions. Okay, let us now match between these suffixes, or maybe I will leave this one for you because I have done some of them. So I will do maybe the first three. Full, we said that full is used to talk about something full of, like careful or beautiful. Icy, it's also used to talk about something having property of, which is the, like linguistic. Okay, the ing, we said it's used to talk about present, and it means present participle mostly. So do the rest by yourself. 11, 12, 13 and 14. Most common prefixes. Here we have another list of most common prefixes. The ly, for example, like having. Usually the ly is a suffix, is an adverb suffix. When you add it to a word, to an adjective, you change the adjective into adverb. For example, the word quickly, quietly, all of these are adverbs. Okay, they are adverbs. Mint, it has the same meaning like shin. The suffix mint has the same meaning as the suffix shin. We say action, and here you're talking about process. Here we have some words like enjoyment, entertainment, and usually the words ends with the suffix mint. They are nouns. They are nouns. Ness, it indicates the state of something, like kind, kindness, lazy, laziness. Okay, the words ends with the suffix ends. They are nouns. The words ends with the suffix ness are usually noun. Us, it means having. Just it has the same meaning like ik or the IC. Here we have some examples. Joyous, religious. Words ends with the suffix us are adjectives. Number 19, the S. It means more than one. We use it actually to pluralize the singular nouns, the singular countable nouns. For example, here we have what is the singular countable noun of books? It is book. We add the S to pluralize it, to make it plural. Okay? Words ends with S, they are usually nouns. So it's very important to differentiate between the function of, or the part of a speech of each one. Which part of a speech each one is underlined below. Also 20, we have here Y, like windy, rainy, and usually those words that ends with Y are adjective. So please try to use these suffixes correctly and you will look pretty smart. Do you know these common suffixes? I will do the first two and I will leave the rest for you. Ly, it gives the meaning of having. And mint, it gives the meaning of action. Please remember the function of each suffix. Now, here we have also another important exercise. It's important since it helps you to understand the uses of affixes, the suffixes or prefixes. Affixes means suffix or prefix. Let me do the first one and the first two examples. I have a different idea. I disagree with you. I disagree with you. That cannot be. It's just impossible. So you need to remember which suffix or prefix does each of the following words take. Let me do, for example, the number 7, for example, or maybe number 6. Now the car is running. The car is, so you need to add ing, because here the verb run is preceded by verb to be, and usually verbs that come after verb to be must be having the ing form, the present participle. So please do number 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8 by yourself. Okay? I usually like to give you a lot of exercises That is to help you to understand the function and the meaning of suffixes and prefixes. Here we have also another example. I will do one or two and I will leave the rest for you. For example, we have pre, des, non, super, on, re, and tre. The word, the affix tre, you need to go back to the dictionary and try to check the meaning of a tree. What does the prefix tree means? So this is an assignment, right? So you need to do it by yourself. There's no need to share it on the blackboard, just do it for yourself. So I want you to go back to the dictionary and try to guess the meaning of a tree. Let me do the first one. So if you read the prefixes in the class, then decide which one goes with each of the root words below. هذه هي root words. Root words are ones you can form in new words from. Like the word addressed, it takes, like we say, undressed. Agree, أخذناها, it goes with disagree. Sense, it goes with nonsense. So you need to do turn, market, angel, and hysteric by yourself. You can use the dictionary to check if your answer is correct or not. Here also we have another exercise, prefixes and suffixes. You need to create the opposite. So do you remember the prefixes? Here we have done the first one. For example, the word unclear. Un, it means not, or the opposite of. And do you have another word we start with the first prefix, like the word untidy, or maybe unimportant? Misbehave, the prefix mis means wrongly. Do you remember that? Do you have word with the same prefix? Yes, like the word mistake. Please do number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 also by yourself. We have done a lot of similar examples, so do these by yourself, please. Prefixes, we have also here another exercise for the suffixes. Say it with nouns. So nouns often have the suffixes or words endings like er or or. Use the speech bubble clue to complete the sentence below. I decorate houses. I am a decorator. لاحظوا هذا انتهت في or. Some of them ends with er. For example, I edit books. I am an editor. So try to do 1, 2, 3, these 3 examples by yourself. Fixing words in different ways. So as you can see here, the first word clearly, the root word of this word is clear, the stem word. The prefix, the word with the suffix is, you add ly, with the prefix you can add unclear. Okay? We can also have the word behavior. Behave. This is the root word. You can add the behavior, or you can say misbehave, or you can add the our. Okay? So do the rest of these words by yourself as well. Again, the importance of having a lot of exercises is to make you understanding the main points of this lecture. Here also we have another example where you should add either suffix or prefix. I will do the first one. A programmer designs, writes, and tests programs for performing. After for, you should have gerund. For performing various tasks on a computer. ليش أضفنا هنا ER؟ لأنه هذه كلمة noun، ما عملنا compute هذا verb، لازم تكون computer. كيف عرفت انها noun؟ لأنها كانت preceded by a. Okay, do number 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. We decide to computerize the entire planet to give each division more independence. So this one is noun, here is a verb, here is a noun. So try to do these five sentences by yourself, please. Now decide for each word. This actually exercise is related to the previous one, and you need here to decide for each word that has a suffix what part of a speech the word is. شو يعني part of a speech؟ ممكن يكون noun, verb, adverb or adjective. For example, the word programmer ends with ER. شو هاي اللي حكينا عنها؟ حتكون noun. For performing, for example, after for performing is gerund. إذا كان قبلها verb to be بتكون present participle. A computer is a noun. Analyst is a noun. Organizational is adjective. Action is noun. Maximize أي شيء بنتهي في IZE هو verb. Maximize. Efficiency, noun. Preferable, adjective, وهكذا. Insert the right prefixes into the spaces. Floppy disks are expensive, inexpensive, and usable. So what you should put reusable. You can reuse it. So try to use your mind and logic and try to guess. I'm not saying guessing word, but try to think thoroughly and try to guess the right prefixes and insert it into these spaces. So do number 2, 3, 4 and 5. So at the end, hopefully that you have got the main ideas for our class and for our important lectures, prefixes and suffixes. Hopefully you've enjoyed it as well. Thank you so much for listening. Wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.